On the 12th of September, 1952, on the Lunenburg dock gathered the crew of the 40-foot trawler called the Hell-A-Balloo. All hands were present, except for Benjamin Beaker, a man of God the crew called the preacher. For he'd had a vision. God said ashore you should stay, so 'stead of 14, 'twas 13 men what sailed that day. As the trawler entered open water, the morning sky it turned to red. "'Tis a bad omen," crewman William Wiley said. "The hell it be," yelled Captain O'Donnell. "It be your lucky day. You'll all split his share. You'll take the preacher's pay." The trawler chugged on as the crew prepared their lines, but what William Wiley said had stuck in their minds. 60 leagues out to the cod at George's bank. "There'll be fish there," said the captain, "and we'll have God to thank." At 7 knots, the cod were about a day away. The Atlantic waves were slight. The trawler had a gentle sway. Beside the boat, 13 dolphins followed, and high in the sky, 13 gulls swooped and spun and sang their mournful cry. "'Tis a bad omen," William Wiley said. The captain glared and tightened his fist. "Keep your mouth shut, or I'll feed you to the fish." The hours passed, no more was said, and finally night set in. When the sun rose that fateful morning, the sky was red again. Friday the 13th, and the sky is blood red. "'Tis a bad omen," William Wiley said. "Is that a bad omen?" yelled the captain, pointing to the sea. Up ahead, 1,000,000 cod there had to be. "To work, lads! Bring 'em in! Fill the hole to the brim!" 2 men to a dory, the cod were hungry for the hook. To fill the hole with fish, just 13 hours it took. That night they had a feast, washed down with a keg of beer. "Good work, lads," said the captain. "Let's get back, unload the catch, and get back to here." They were happy drunks when they staggered to their beds. All the men had forgotten what William Wiley said. The captain turned the trawler toward the Nova Scotian coast. The wind was at their back. The fog rolled in silent like a ghost. On watch that night was the captain and his brother Tim, the engineer. From an old beaten chest, they took a case of beer. Neither man had a wife, though children there might be. They were born to the waves. Their only love was the sea. For an hour they'd talk about the ladies they knew, from Yarmouth to Liverpool, on up to Halifax too. They talked of bar brawls and adventures they had. They toasted to bygone days and to their dear old dad. They'd stay on the sea forever. 'Twas the only life they knew. It was what their pa had taught them to do. Round 'bout midnight the wind she come up. Out of the darkness a storm did blow up. September winds sometimes turned this way. The captain was about to radio the position where they lay when the first rogue wave hit and tore the antenna clean away. That 30-foot wave was the first, a devil's breath out of hell. The second breached the deckhouse and flooded the hull. The engine died and the lights went out too. "Into the dories," the captain ordered the crew. There was never any question about who should go or stay. Crew was crew, and brothers stayed together. There was no other way. In the wild, wet darkness, the crew fought with the ropes, and tugging and prying, they launched them dory boats. As they drifted off into the blackness of the night, the brothers turned the trawler to the wind and braced for a fight. They'd fight the storm together, though it a losing battle be. They always knew when death came, it would be by the sea. "Surely hell will have beer and naughty women too. Ain't no better place," said the captain, "for me or for you." 13 minutes later, a 40-footer split the trawler clean in two, and the cold Atlantic swallowed them two brothers and the Hell-A-Balloo. Out on the dories, the crew never witnessed that sad ending, as they dipped and twirled in ocean swells that seemed unending. By sunup, the ocean was calm as could be, and the sky was clear far as the eye could see. From that hellish night, one dory did stay afloat. 4 cold, exhausted men huddled in that tiny boat. On the horizon, barely 5 leagues away, was the shore of Nova Scotia and Mahone Bay. To newsman, crewman William Wiley, later he did swear, "In the night, the hand of God lifted us and placed us there." And what of Captain O'Donnell, his brother, and the other crew? "Oh," said William Wiley, "they be ghosts. That I know is true. They be fishing cod in hell board the trawler Hell-A-Balloo."